the perfect person, the special relationship. This is a story about the awake explorers, whose 18th awakening adventure begins when one of them quietly assigns the other a job no person could possibly fulfill. What looks like closeness becomes pressure, and they discover that love changes when another person is no longer asked to complete what feels missing inside. The two awake explorers had been traveling together for weeks. They knew each other's habits. She knew he always forgot where he put his charger. He knew she always checked the weather twice. She preferred early mornings. He preferred late dinners. They had become easy companions. Then something changed. The female explorer began noticing how much she depended on his mood. If he was warm, she felt secure. If he was quiet, she wondered what was wrong. If he wanted time alone, she felt rejected. One afternoon, they sat outside a cafe planning the next part of the trip. "I think I'll stay here tonight," he said. "I need some time to myself." She looked up. "Why?" "No reason. I'm tired." "Are you upset?" "No." "Did I do something?" "No." She studied his face. He sighed. "I just want an evening alone." She nodded. "Fine." But it was not fine. He could feel that. Later, she walked back to the guest house by herself. Her thoughts grew louder. He's pulling away. Maybe I've become annoying. Maybe this trip matters more to me than it does to him. Her smartwatch vibrated. Course correction. Love is burdened when another person is given the job of completing you. She stopped walking. Ouch. The message felt uncomfortably accurate. She sat on a bench. What had she actually asked of him? Not aloud, but inwardly. Make me feel chosen. Make me feel safe. Make me feel interesting. Make me feel that I matter. Never withdraw. Never disappoint me. Always reassure me. That was not companionship. That was employment. The next morning, they met for breakfast. He seemed relaxed. She felt embarrassed. "I think I gave you a job." He looked confused. "Do I get paid?" She laughed. "No, that's part of the problem." She told him what she had noticed. He listened. Then he said quietly, "I think I've done it too." "With me?" "Of course. How?" "When you're enthusiastic, I feel like the trip is going well. When you're disappointed, I feel responsible for fixing it." She looked at him. "So we've both been working overtime." "Apparently." They laughed, but neither rushed past the insight. Later that day, they visited a busy market. At one stall, she wanted to stop. He wanted to keep walking. Normally, she would have read meaning into it. "You don't care what interests me." Instead, she said, "I'm staying here for a while. Meet you at the fountain?" Perfect. He walked on. For 10 minutes, she wandered alone. Nothing was wrong. No relationship emergency occurred. At the fountain, he was waiting with 2 drinks. She smiled, not because the drink proved he cared, just because it was kind. That distinction felt small and enormous. That evening, they sat on the guest house roof. The male explorer said, "So what happens if neither of us is responsible for completing the other?" She looked out over the city. "Maybe we get to actually meet." He nodded. "Without the hidden job descriptions, without the demand, be who I need you to be, stay the way I prefer, never trigger what I haven't healed." She thought about how easily affection became possession when fear entered it. Specialness felt like love because it said, "You are the one." But hidden underneath could be another sentence. "Therefore, do not change. Do not leave. Do not fail me." The female explorer looked at him. "I still care about you." "That's reassuring." "I'm serious. So am I." She smiled. "I just don't want caring to become a contract you never agreed to." He raised his glass. "To unemployment." She laughed. "To freedom." They clinked glasses. The city lights came on one by one. They were still companions, still imperfect, still capable of disappointing each other. But something had loosened. The relationship no longer had to prove either of them was whole, and because it no longer carried that impossible assignment, there was suddenly more room for love.